You really only need a mat for this one. If you have a block or maybe a big book nearby, that works too. We might not even need it. As we're sitting here, just start to take a minute to arrive. Feel the different points of your body that are touching the mat. Maybe blink the eyes closed as you start to become more aware of your breathing. You can find your way onto your back. Let the feet fall apart for a minute, or I should say a breath. Inhale deeply, and sigh it out through the mouth. Inhale deeply once more, and sigh it out through the mouth again. Inhale again. Seal the lips and exhale through the nose. On the next inhale, blink your eyes open. Internally rotate the feet so the toes face the ceiling. Bring the right knee into the chest and draw the right knee up and over to the outside of the body, giving your inner thigh area a stretch. And start rotating that ankle out to the side. The left foot should be long, or leg should be long, and the foot should be flexed. Toes still facing the ceiling. Alternate that direction of the rotation. And extend that right leg straight. Foot is still flexed. Bend the left leg, draw the knee over to the left, outside the body, and start rotating that left ankle out to the side. The right foot is still flexed and the toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Change the direction of that left ankle rotation. And extend that left foot out in front of you. Bending both knees, placing the soles of the feet on the ground, cross the right leg over the left, reach through the little hole you've created, and hold on to the back of the hamstrings. Making sure both feet are still flexed, just take a couple of breaths here. Both feet come down to the floor again. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Reach through that space and hold on to the right quad, pulling in towards the body and flexing both feet. Both feet come to the ground. Take an inhale. On the exhale, pull the knees into the chest and start to rock back and forth until you reach a seated position. Feet come out in front of you. Dandasana. Feet are flexed, the legs are strong and straight. You can use your fingertips to push through the ground and elongate your spine. Imagine there is a string coming out of the top of your head and someone is pulling it nice and tall. See how tall you can get. Inhale, arms up, shoulders down. Exhale, fold forward. Taking 2 inhales here. Walking the hands back in towards the body. Crossing that right leg over the left, the right sole of the foot is planted firmly on the ground. That right hand can reach back behind you. Inhale the left arm up, twist and exhale as the left elbow meets the right knee. and twist and look over your right shoulder. That left foot can stay flexed. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands down, leg extends, shake it out. Cross the left foot over the right leg, right foot is flexed. Left hand draws behind you. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, twist, right elbow meets left knee. Look over the left shoulder as you keep that right foot flexed. Inhale back to center. Exhale, leg comes out in front of you. Shake it out. Shifting onto one side. Come on to all fours. Tabletop position. We're just going to do a few quick rounds of cat-cow here. So make sure the knees are directly under the hips and the shoulders are right above the wrists. Inhale, chest opens, arch at the back. Exhale, round. Do this with your breath. Inhale, chest opens. Exhale, back round. Inhale, chest opens. And exhale, round. Two more. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale to cat. Final round. Inhale, chest opens. Exhale, back rounds. Coming into a neutral spine, we're going to inhale. The right arm comes up to the sky, hips stay parallel, so you're not opening up to the side. It should be a little challenging. Look up and exhale as you thread the needle through, bringing the right side of your face to the mat. Option to take a bind here if it feels good to you. On your next inhale, unwrap the bind if you have it. Press that left hand into the ground and push that right arm back up to the sky, meeting back in neutral. Inhaling the left arm up to the sky and exhaling, thread it through. Bring the left side of the face to the mat and breathe here, maybe coming into a bind on the opposite side. On the next inhale, unwrap the bind, push through the ground with your right palm, left arm comes to sky, and meet in a neutral spine. We're going to extend the right leg back. Let's see. Extending the right leg back, extending the left leg back, coming into a plank here. You can either hold it like this, bring the knees down, maybe lift the feet for a bit of a more challenge in your variation, or you can stick with me in the full expression. You're going to come down onto a forearm plank, take a breath, and exhale, push back up. Inhale here, and exhale, come back down. Inhale here, and exhale, push back up. Try to keep the hips from wobbling as much as possible. Keep the core tight. Inhale, and exhale once more, come back down. Inhale, and exhale, push back up. Inhaling here, and on the exhale, we're going to slowly lower down all the way to your belly. Untuck the toes and place the side of the face on the ground. Hands can come down by your sides. Palms can face down. So here we're going to do 2 variations of locust and then back pose, bow pose. So inhale, lift the head off the ground and look down, maybe about an inch in front of your mat. Lift first the right hand, then the left, then the right foot, and the left foot. Rotate your feet so that the knees come closer to the ground. Inhale everything up, and exhale, hold. Inhale, get a little higher. Hold. Last inhale here. And exhale, lower down, putting the opposite side of the face on the ground for a breath. Inhaling back to center. This time you can either do locust pose again, which we just did, or you can bend the right knee and then the left, reaching back to grab the outside of the right foot and the outside of the left foot. Exhale all your air out here, and then inhale, kick back up, making sure the knees aren't splaying out to the sides. The thighs should be parallel. Exhale, stay. Inhale, get a little higher. Exhale, stay. Inhale, can you go even a little higher? And exhale, release it down. Well done. Shake your hips from side to side. And push back into a child's pose. Knees can come wide. Reach those hands forward and bring the forehead to the ground. On your next inhale, come to just a temporary tabletop. Tuck the toes underneath you. Lift the hips, push them back, downward facing dog. You want to be pressing through all 10 fingertip pads and your palms so that not all your weight is in your wrists. Start to pedal out the feet. Wake up those legs. Alternating, bringing one heel to the ground and then the other. Bending each knee, alternating. Rotate those shoulders down behind your back. One way you can know if you're doing this is if the eyes of the elbow, the fronts of the elbow, are facing in front of you. So they shouldn't be facing each other. They should be facing the front of the room, and all 10 fingertips should also be facing the front of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and lightly step to the front of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Grab opposite elbows if that feels good to you, and just hang. You can put a slight bend in the knees if that feels good. You don't have to have a completely straight leg. And make sure your weight is shifting towards the front of your foot, the ball of your foot. Make sure you release any tension in the neck and just let your head hang loose. Inhaling here and exhaling. On the next inhale, release your grip and slowly start to roll up one vertebrae at a time until you eventually reach Tadasana pose. Your palms are facing forward. You're grounding down through all 3 points of your foot. Inhale, arms up, palms together. Bring them down to the front of your chest. Beautiful. You're gonna inhale, coming into chair pose. So the feet can be together. If they're together, then the knees should be together, or they can be apart. But if your feet are apart, make sure your knees are not together. The weight should be in the heels. And make sure you are not arching your back. You want to tuck those sits bones under. Take another breath here. See if you can lift your arms a bit more so they're in line with your ears. Exhale, hands to heart center. Dive it forward. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. And exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, coming into a chaturanga. Can always take or leave a chaturanga and meet us in down dog if that feels better. Inhale, upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 inhales and exhales here. Pushing the ground away from you, lifting the hips. Heels are working towards the mat. On the next inhale, the right leg is going to come up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, step that right foot through. Rotate the back foot down. Inhale, arms up, warrior 1. So your front knee is bent in a 90-degree angle. The knee shouldn't be going past the ankle, just right above it. Your left foot is facing, your toes are facing diagonally up, so they're not completely perpendicular to your front foot. And get a little bit deeper here. Inhaling and exhaling a little bit deeper. Inhale. And exhale, palms frame the front foot, step it back, chaturanga. Can always bring the knees down and do a modified version, coming up into either baby cobra or up dog. And exhaling to downward facing dog. 2 deep inhalations and exhalations. Inhaling that left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, step it through, rotate that back foot down, flat. Inhale, rise up, warrior 1. Your hips are facing forward, as if there were 2 headlights on them, they'd be lighting the path right in front of you. Arms are up and straight. Inhale here. Exhale, get a little bit lower. Inhaling here. Exhaling, come just a little lower. Back leg is straight behind you, straight and strong. Inhale. Exhale, frame the front foot, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look forward. See if you can lightly hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, rise up, palms touch. Exhale, heart center. Inhaling, coming into chair pose, tucking the sits bones underneath. Hands come to heart center. Option now to come onto the tippy toes and hold it here. Inhaling, exhaling. On the next inhale, drop the heels if you're on your tippy toes and dive it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, chaturanga. Take 2 deep inhalations and exhalations here. Whew, I'm getting a little toasty. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, step it through, and rotate the left foot down behind you. Inhale, rise up. Hold it here. Come a little deeper in the front knee. Make sure that back leg is nice and strong. Hips are facing forward. Inhale. Exhale, come a little bit deeper. Inhaling and exhaling, framing the foot, step it back, chaturanga. Take an inhale here, exhale it all out. Inhale, the left leg comes to sky, bend the knee, step that foot through, rotate that back foot down, rise up, warrior one. Arms are nice and strong. See how tall you can get them. Exhale a little bit deeper into the posture. Inhaling and exhaling, framing the foot, stepping it back, chaturanga. Pushing it back into down dog. 2 breaths here. Now, you have the option to either stay in down dog, take a child's pose and a sip of water, or do a fast round with me. We're gonna bend the knees, look forward, jump to the front of your mat. Before we do the fast round, come join me if you haven't yet. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold over. We'll do one more round of chair before we come into the fast round. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, option to come up onto the toes. Maybe the palms meet in front of you. Careful not to arch the back. That can happen in this variation. Inhale. Exhale, the heels find the floor. Inhaling one more time. And exhaling, dive it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step it back, chaturanga. Walk it out. Take 2 breaths. And now is where you can either stay here or join us in a speed round. So lifting that right leg, bending the knee, stepping the foot through, rotating that back leg down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, frame the foot, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. No pause. Inhale, the left leg comes to sky. Leg bend, step it through, rotate the back foot down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, frame the foot, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Well done. Inhale, come down, child's pose for just 1 breath. back onto tabletop, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Look forward, bend the knees, and gently hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, palms together. Coming into a chair pose at the front of your mat. Gonna inhale, chair pose. Hold it here. Come a little lower. Untuck or retuck those sit bones, unarch the back. Hands come to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right, hooking the left elbow on the right knee. Maybe you fly those arms. Coming back to center, hold it, do not stand. Inhale. Exhale, turn to the left, hooking the right elbow on the left knee. Make sure your right knee isn't coming out in front of the left. They should be in line with one another. Maybe you fly those arms on this side as well. Come a little bit lower. Inhale back to center. Stay. And exhale, stand. Shake it out. Well done. Great job, guys. Coming into a tree pose, you can kickstand the right foot on the left ankle, bring it to the shin, or bring it all the way up to the quad area. Bringing the hands together in front of the heart, or maybe raising those arms up high. If you want to play with balance, you can bring those palms together. And if this isn't enough of a challenge for you today, you're feeling super stable, maybe bring the gaze to the ceiling. And just take a couple of breaths. Hands come back to heart center and release them down. Leg comes toward, the right knee comes towards the front of you, and extend the leg out straight, flexing the foot. Can you lift it a little bit higher without lifting that right hip? And release the leg down. Shake it out. Kickstand the left leg, or left foot now, on either the ankle, or shin, or the inner thigh. Just avoid the knee. Hands come together in front of the heart. Make sure that you're not pushing into that right knee. Keep it strong and straight and centered. Maybe play with the same variation that you did on the opposite side. Again, the gaze has a lot to do with how you're feeling stability-wise. So if you want more of a challenge, look up. If you're feeling extra wobbly, you should find your drishti gaze, which is the non-moving point, maybe 5 feet or so on the floor in front of your mat. It can help if you're feeling wobbly. Take 2 breaths wherever you are. Hands come back to heart center. Bring that left knee out in front of you. Extend the left leg strong. See if you can lift it a little higher without lifting that left hip. And bring it down. Shake those legs out. We're going to do one more pose before we wrap it up. If you have tight hamstrings, I recommend rolling up your mat and bringing your heels onto the rolled up portion. Legs can come wider than hips distance. Toes are facing out to the sides. Inhale, arms up, palms together. Exhale, squat it down into Malasana, yogi squat. Make sure your back is straight here. You don't want to be hunched over. And take a couple breaths. Maybe the right hand comes to the ground and the left arm comes up above you. Hands come back to center. Maybe the left hand comes down to the ground and right arm reaches up. Back to center. Both hands can come down. Come onto your sits bones. Release it down slowly, one vertebrae at a time with control. And inhale those arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Bring those knees into your chest. Curl up in a little ball. Release everything down. Maybe you take a shoulder stand if you're craving an inversion, or maybe you take a happy baby and rock out the back a little bit. I recommend, whatever you are doing, that you take a 10-minute Shavasana before you move on with the rest of your day. Thank you so much for taking the class, and I will see you next time.